Well, my name is Mamadi Victory. The whole name is Mamadi Ogunlana Victory. And I hail from Massachusetts, Springfield, Massachusetts. And yeah, I'm a musician by heart and by love and by the universe. And I'm a builder. I design buildings and design, presently designing kitchens. And yeah, that's about me in a nutshell. You know, I'm single, ladies. And yeah, just making it happen. Well, first, it was in support of this most amazing photographer that I've ever worked with. I'm a member of Soul in Motion Dance Company, and Aaron has shot our company so many times, and I'm just blown away by his artistry. He's one of the most amazing photographers I've ever worked with. His eye is impeccable. He catches the incredible. That's pretty personal because it affected me personal, and it's really amazing how denial can spiral you down. Dealing with the passing of my son, and or should I say not dealing with the passing of my son, and thinking that no, it didn't affect me, and then the passing of my wife, not thinking that it was affecting me, you know, being the typical guy, you know, hey, shrug it off, keep moving, it's part of life, you know, I know it hurts, but you don't have to show it, you don't want no pity from nobody else, you know, keep it moving and grooving, you know, but it's really, really interesting how those different events in your life affect you, and you don't even realize how much it affects you, you know. And so I held it in for a long time, and then just found out, well, started realizing that there wasn't no more joy in life, you know, and became antisocial. You know, I mean, at one of the greatest points in my musical career, I'm on a promotional tour with Shakira. It's supposed to be this greatest thing. You know, I was so down and depressed. I was in between performances. I just stayed in the dressing room all by myself, waiting to go perform, you know. Then when we're called up to the green room, I'm in the green room, sitting in a corner, not interacting. You know, it became very antisocial on one of the times that should have been a highlight of my life, but I couldn't find any joy in it. I couldn't. You know, not even knowing why. You know, and then I'm realizing that, you know, I'm pretty depressed. You know, there's no joy in the world. You know, and I want to be by myself, you know, in these wonderful situations, you know, with people who like really enjoy my company, but I wasn't participating in that. You know, it's deep, you know, and you know, just wanting to break out of that, you know, realizing that, you know, I am, you know, depressed. And, you know, so I started seeking help. Saw a therapist, you know, he really helped me. And Michael Fields in Miami, Florida, he's great. You know, talking with him, I chose him because he's African American, Michael Fields. So he'll understand without me having to explain, the history. He's part of that history. So I encourage, men who are down and feeling depressed to go and talk to another brother. Go talk to another brother, because we understand, and it's okay. It's cool. You don't have to be all macho. I was all macho, man, but it really didn't work. Well, I can only go with my own personal story. Is not only being antisocial and down and not finding joy. I was mean. I was mean to people, man. It was terrible, and and these brothers that can't smile at you when you say hello. These brothers that have this exterior so hard and rough and unapproachable. I was that brother, and maybe that brother is feeling or suffering from some form of depression or some level of depression, and he needs to break that and join the world and be joyful and happy about it, and welcoming. It affects us. We isolate ourselves as a community, with this hard exterior, and we're unapproachable. I think that's how some brothers may be affected by depression. That's how it affected me, for sure. There's no reason to be angry at everybody, and it's really good and healing to smile at everyone. Some of those methods of treatment for my depression that that worked for me, that I've done that worked for me, was actually Michael Field would give me anecdotes and situations to think about. And as I'm walking through life and I'm faced with that, we've talked about how many different scenarios could happen in those situations. So just thinking about what you could do differently in many situations, and keeping that awareness and walking through life, and when you're faced with those situations, then you can pull back on that answer and that information that you got. So that's one of them. And becoming very spiritual was a big part of it. And I'm not talking about becoming religious within a specific religion or sect. It was really about having more of a relationship, with the Creator, and have more relationship with God. And I'm part Native American, so I sat down with who we call Grandfather Peyote, and Grandfather Peyote helps you to purge. So I sat down with Grandfather and I purged a lot. And we got to get it out. We got to release it. We got to, face those things that are hard and depressing, and then release it, purge it from you, and carry it no more. The thing that I would tell a brother who's in denial about his own depression is to, release it. I mean, come forward and don't be so hard and thinking that you have to do it alone. I mean, come on out and talk to us about it, you know, that, and purge, you know. That's what I would tell them. Don't hold it anymore. The things that are, you know, bringing you down and making you depressed, you know, don't hold it on. Don't hold on to it, you know. That's what I would tell them. You didn't ask me what time it is.
And one final question. Mr. Victory, what time is it?
Well, the time is now. And the non-ticking tenuous tin tabulations of my tiny tick-tock has rendered an error. But to estimate as nearly as possible that divine computation of our relative position to the celestial bodies as given to us by the United States of America Army astrologers through baffling and ingenious mechanisms are far beyond my mental calibrations. However, in my deeply depleted and plebeian state of mind, I can only venture an estimate. The time at the sound of the tone will be doom, 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 8:45. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
You taught me that. And every time, Bosty would come in the room,